of the Dovahkiin. I'm sure it absolutely boggles his mind. I wonder if those monks have an oath of celibacy. I wonder if they are able to procreate. If they're able to spawn children, I can only imagine that they would hope and maybe even expect that one of their own sons or daughters would be born Dovahkiin simply because they're the keepers of the knowledge. I would have to agree to them that it would make sense. So let's see, what is this? Tolfdir? Am I gonna go talk to? Who else would know anything about the Elder Scrolls?
The Eye of Magnus, here but lost.
It's telling me to go to the Archmage's quarters. I'm gonna go to the Arcanum, because anytime you have an objective in the Arcanum, it actually tells you to go there through the Archmage's quarters, and that's not smart. You can actually just go straight to the Arcanum. And I'm willing to bet, yep, sure enough, that the objective's in the Arcanum, not actually in my Archmage's quarters. Urag, of course it would be Urag that knows something about the Elder Scrolls.
Victory, friend.
Hello, Urag.
Archmage or not, my rules about books still stand.
I'm looking for an Elder Scroll.
And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand boy?
Excuse me? Of course I do. Do you have one here? Yeah, right. Tell me about the Elder Scrolls.
I knew it. Everyone comes in here expecting my help, but they don't even have the proper questions. An Elder Scroll is an instrument of immense knowledge and power. To read an Elder Scroll, a person must have the most rigorously trained mind, or else risk madness. Even so, the Divines usually take the reader's sight as a price.
All the monks of Fort Moonmoth, they were all blind monks. Who wrote the Elder Scrolls? Alright, so do you have one that I could use? Who wrote the Elder Scrolls? Let's go that route.
It would take a month to explain to you how that very question doesn't even make sense. The scrolls exist here, with us, but also beyond and beneath, before and after. They are bits of divine-made substance, so we could know them. Sorry, talking about the scrolls, you usually end up in irritating and vague metaphors like that. Some people who study them devoutly go mad.
Devoutly go mad. Why not? Let's explore it all. A price for what?
The simplest way to put it is knowledge, but there's nothing simple about an Elder Scroll. It's a reflection of all possible futures and all possible pasts.
Wow.
Each reader sees different reflections through different lenses, and may come away with a different reading. But at the same time, all of it is true. Even the falsehoods, especially the falsehoods.
Falsehoods are warning of things that could become if you were to be careless in your trotting. Alright, so do you have one that I could use?
You think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it?
I knew you didn't have
It would
one.
be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it.
What about the Dragonborn? Do you at least have any information on them? I need to find one and was told that you could help. Do you at least have any information on them?
Of course. I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture.
He didn't actually tell me anything. Hold on.
All right, then.
Okay, here we go. You lost, buddy? Where are you going?
Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them.
Ruminations on the Elder Scrolls. Discerning the Transmundane. Alright, this is probably going to be a fairly long one. Yeah, not too terribly long, but I'm going to split it out in its own video. I'm definitely going to read that, though. I have now read the books, Effects of the Elder Scrolls, and Ruminations of the Elder Scrolls. If you did not watch the book video and see each individual word, there's not a whole lot to summarize. Ruminations on the Elder Scrolls basically has a bunch of metaphors that compare the knowledge in the Elder Scrolls to situations that aren't, that have weird constants and variants in them. And then Effects of the Elder Scrolls basically just details 4 different groupings of people that are affected by the Elder Scrolls and how they're affected. People who don't know anything about the Elder Scrolls go blind the second they read anything, don't get any knowledge. People that are parts of the Ancestor Moth, the cult of the Ancestor Moth. Monks who, in Oblivion, in Cyrodiil, they had a fort. I think it was called Fort Moon Moth, or something like that, or Mon Moth, or something like that. The effects of the Elder Scrolls just details, you know, the last two groupings as groupings of monks who start getting the knowledge and start going blind, and then groupings that are totally blind and have a lot of knowledge. So now that I've read the books, let's see if Urag has anything else. This Ruminations book is incomprehensible, and yeah, basically it is. It says a bunch of different crazy metaphors, and it says things about the situations. Like, for example, it says something about if a rock's thrown at a bird, it could have come from above him if the bird's upside down. You know, just crazy stuff. You know, like, what is the bird doing, barrel rolls? I don't understand.
Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well...
He's mad.
He's been gone for a long while. Too long.
He's probably insane. Where did he go?
Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
That would suck to lose that much knowledge, so Dwemer ruins somewhere up north. Discerning the transmundane. Oh, directly north. Location of the Elder Scroll finds Septimus Cygnus. Alright, so away we go. So to travel north from the College of Winterhold, instead of going down and out into the courtyard, and then out of the college, and maybe down the mountain, I decided to come to the top of the college. From the Archmage's room, you can go up further and get further out. And from the top, I'm not sure that it matters that I'm going for this little piece of water, so much so as that I'm going to use Become Ethereal.
Fight!
Let me jump here, and I'm hoping it'll last. Woo! I made it in the water anyway. I'm not sure I even needed Become Ethereal. But it did definitely last all the way down. Now let me wait for just an hour so that my companion can catch up. There she is.
I've never been a sellsword. Never traded
And
my
now I'm
skills
going to
for
continue
I've
north. Let's see. It seems like it's
ventured on my own
reading
terms.
weird. Because that's north, and I don't have a tick, a quest marker up there anyway. Whoa, hold on. Let's stay on top of the ice, please, not fall into the freezing cold water and get my robes all soaked in chunks of ice. Actually, it'd be wet right now, but it'd be turning into chunks of ice very shortly in this weather. This is interesting. It's still not showing the objective north of me on my compass. I'm looking straight there. It's showing an objective way back there. I wonder if from the top of the college it's still considered that like an inside location where it has to lead to an outside door before you get to your objective. And I wonder if me jumping off that instead of going back through inside locations to an outside location somehow messed up its objective marker. Let me just check. Huh, yeah, sure enough, it's still not there. It's saying it's not up here, but I know better. I'm probably going to have to end up waiting again once I actually get out here, because I don't think Mjol is going to be able to cross this. Sure enough, she is lost a ways back. Porker! Hey, I got no problem with you guys. Please, be cool. Be cool. Wow, this water is freezing. I can't feel my legs. My knees are knocking, because my legs are shaking. That is a boat. And that looks like a blocked off entrance to an ice cave. Septimus Cygnus's outpost discovered. So I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be where he's chilling out. Interesting that it calls this an outpost. Alright, so I don't need to wait again because whenever I go through this door, my companion should zip to me. Sure enough, Mule accompanying me. How kind of you. And that looks like it's Septimus. I'm gonna do this the acrobatic way. Hello, Septimus. Quick save.
Dig, Dwemer in the beyond. I'll know your lost unknown and rise to your depths.
I heard you know about the Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls, indeed. The Empire, they absconded with them. Or so they think. The ones they saw, the ones they thought they saw. I know of one, forgotten, sequestered. But I cannot go to it, not poor Septimus, for I have arisen beyond its grasp.
So where's the scroll?
Here. Well, here as in this plain. Mundus, Tamriel, nearby. Relatively speaking.
Skyrim is one of the most dangerous places in
On the
Tamriel.
cosmological
I could be
scale,
wrong.
well, it's all
magnificent,
nearby.
and I'm proud.
Sure. How about on the personal scale? Can you help me get the Elder Scroll or not? Don't make me hurt you. I'm gonna threaten him now. Can you help me get the Elder Scroll?
One block lifts the other. Septimus will give what you want, but you must bring him something in return.
What do you want?
You see this masterwork of the Dwemer, deep inside their greatest knowings. Septimus is clever among men, but he is but an idiot child compared to the dullest of the Dwemer.
Really?
Lucky then they left behind their own way of reading the Elder Scrolls.
Whoa.
In the depths of Black Reach, one yet lies. Have you heard of Black Reach? Cast upon where Drimmer City slept, the yearning spire hidden learnings kept.
Where is this Black Reach?
Under deep, below the dark, the hidden keep, Tower Mzark. Ofthand, the point of puncture,
know
of first
that.
entry of the tapping. Delve to its limits,
Alftan's
and
near
Black
Starfall.
Reach lies just beyond. But not all can enter there. Only Septimus knows the hidden key to loose the lock, to jump beneath the deathly rock.
How do I get in?
Two things I have for you. Two shapes. One edged, one round.
Edged.
The round one for tuning. Dwemer music is soft and subtle, and needed to open their cleverest gates. The edged lexicon for inscribing. To us, a hunk of metal. To the Dwemer, a full library of knowings.
A
But
computer.
empty.
From the sounds of
Find
it.
Mzark and its sky dome. The machinations there will read the scroll and lay the lore upon the cube. Trust Septimus. He knows you can know.
Interesting. I might prod him a little bit. I have a feeling the last time I dealt with Dwemer or anything was at the Oculary, and I had a lot of trouble with that. What do I do with this sphere?
The deepest doors of Dwemer listen for singing. It plays the attitude of notes proper for opening. Can you not hear it? Too low for hearings?
What do I do with this cube?
To glimpse the world inside an Elder Scroll can damage the eyes or the mind, as it has to Septimus. The Dwemer found a loophole, as they always do, to focus the knowledge away and inside without harm. Place the lexicon into their contraption, and focus the knowings into it. When it brims with glow, bring it back, and Septimus can read once more.
What is an Elder Scroll? Let's hear it from the horse's mouth.
You look to your left, you see one way. You look to your right, you see another. But neither is any harder than the opposite.